Hi, gang. Welcome to Behind the Rhinestones. I am your host, Dinah Dear, and here I interview some of the stars of the burlesque and cabaret world. And today we have someone joining us from lovely, sunny Malta. Please welcome Stevie Storm. Hi, Stevie. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Dinah. Thanks a million for having me. I'm over the moon to be taking part.
I'm so excited to have you. And you are in lovely, sunny Malta. So
I'm one
that's
of the
even,
lucky ones.
I know, I know. Well, we're just saying the weather's actually the same in Scotland
That's
as it is
it.
in Malta just now, which happens
You can't be
lit.
giving out that.
It's like 2 days a year, but I'll take it.
Yeah. It's like an Irish summer. Like it rained every day in July a year ago, and like you're living in those kind of conditions. If ever you need a sunny break, like tip over. It
A
hasn't
hun-
reached like melting temperatures here yet, but like August, good luck to performing, good luck to doing anything except swimming. It's dangerously hot. As an Irish person, you're melting out of places you couldn't like, didn't know you could. But at the minute, it's lovely.
Oh, good. I can imagine if it's that hot in August, like you must be praying for your pasties every time you put them on. Like, please don't
It's
fall off.
dangerous. It's after performing, and then you just can't cool down, and everyone's trying to give you a hug, and you're like, please don't. It's a slip and slide on my back. Like, you're just kind of like, yeah, the struggles are real. Showgirl
Yeah.
life, though.
I was going to say, but it's a beautiful place to live.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's my like coming up on my fourth year living here.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I've gotten a little bit more accustomed to the heat, but you never ever take it for granted, like the lifestyle and the people that you're meeting and the shows and everything. So I'm super lucky. Can't save. It's too good of a life, but maybe it's not the place you're meant to.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Like, it sounds like you took the chance, you moved, and it sounds like it's working out for you. So,
Definitely. Like I think like I don't know how everything is in Scotland, but in Ireland it's gone very expensive. Like the cost of living to
yeah.
the wages are not like lining up and
Yep.
people can't like move out of home or buy houses and I'm not exactly in that position, but I thought when the world opened back up after COVID,
Yeah.
it's the right time to chance living somewhere else and they
Mm.
speak English here. You don't need a visa to come, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's not like not as strict as like Australia and like Dubai and stuff for people to jump over. It's still
Yeah.
very religious. It's like Ireland, like a heavily Catholic island floating around, but it's in the sun instead of the rain. So I would
Yeah, take
recommend,
that.
yeah, that's
Take
it.
that.
I was like, rather be broke in the sun and swim.
At least you'll be used to it having come from Ireland anyway, so that's fine.
That's it. Like,
I've just noticed on your over your shoulder, actually, you've got one of our previous guests. You've got Daria up on
I
your
do.
wall.
I'm absolutely delighted to say I got to meet her with the first All the Glitters show. It was the day before I turned 30 last year on the 10th of May. She is an absolute gem and a rock star of a
Hmm.
person. Like, I liked her interview with you as well. I remember watching that and being like, oh my God, I get to like perform with her.
Yeah.
She's an absolute rock star and doing, I can't wait to see the content from the Glaminatrix, or I'm
Yep.
pronouncing it wrong,
Is it
maybe
Glamorama?
Glamorama,
Maybe?
that's it. Like, super excited for that, all the glitters. And yeah, I got to take a poster from the show and that was just one of the best shows I've ever been a part of to get to be in that lineup. And
Yeah.
yeah, she's making waves and an absolute inspiration in the burlesque world and Irish burlesque as well.
She's an absolute babe. I love her bits. We always send each other shite on
Style.
Instagram.
She's a gem. I'd be forever messaging her. When I saw her post about like I've been having panic attacks, but like everything is working out. I was like, girl, you're killing it. Like she's
Yeah.
just you can't help but be in awe of her like energy and
Mhm.
the stamina she has to just like boom, boom, boom. Like she's inspired me for shows I've done here, and I've double checked with her about like, do you know, when you have a tipping flyer at a show,
Yep.
hers was the first place I've seen it with all of our Instagrams listed. Like
Mm.
I have it on my wall, and I've done it in one show, and I'm about to do it in a second one because I just think that like it was just so inspirational to like try and give the credit to the cast, and if people can't even donate to like get a follow and stay in touch, like yeah,
Yeah. It makes a big difference. Like, we all need
definitely.
that follow count on it.
Absolutely. Like we all need engagement.
Oh, we need to stop talking about other people and talk about you.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
what is your burlesque origin story?
My burlesque origin story. I started burlesque in, I think it was 2019 in Limerick. I learned under Miss Lavelle or Laura Lavelle. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. She's part of like the Wild Geese that are like a comedy and cabaret duo. And she taught burlesque lessons. I saw a poster for lessons and I wasn't particularly overly feminine or like super comfortable in my own skin. And this was after college in Limerick and I was working in retail and I saw these lessons and I was like, oh, maybe this would be good for me to like push myself out of my comfort zone, maybe try and feel more feminine. And the first lesson was like nothing I've ever seen. She was like, throw it back for the Lord. And I was like, oh my God, this who is this woman with like full hairy armpits and so beautiful and just like didn't give a flying fuck in the best way. I was
Yep.
just so inspired. I was like, I felt uncomfortable looking at my body in the mirror that at the time. So I was like, right, this is a good thing to do. This is this is like therapy. It'd be good for your inner self and
Yep.
your inner monologue. And she did a course on how to become a professional burlesque dancer after this. And she had a person come and teach a feather fan class that I followed on Facebook for 10 years before the lesson. Her name was Foxy Peacocks. And I remember seeing a video of her performing at Electric Picnic, like Ireland's biggest music festival. And
Yep.
she was at the Jellyfish like tent, like this electric sideshow tent. She blew a kiss in at the camera with this feather headpiece and pink costume. And I remember just being in awe. Before I knew about Dita, I knew about Foxy. And I got to do a feather fan lesson with her. That changed my life. Like she blinked like a Disney princess. She wasn't like even a real person. I was like looking at Bambi like in real life. I was like, oh my God, I was completely starstruck. And I was like, hello. I was very much, I don't know if you've seen Friday Night Dinner, but I was very like, hello, Jackie. Like super awkward, like so just clammed up and like wearing lingerie, trying to be cool. And like and she was like, wait, I know you. You follow me on like Facebook and Instagram. I was like, yeah, I'm Lisa. And she was incredible. Like the way she taught us to like move fans. It was one of the first times I felt elegant. And I just really wanted to get on stage and perform. And COVID unfortunately hit. I didn't get a chance. And then I moved to Malta and I got in contact with Dinah Laverve
Yep.
and I moved for 3 months in 2021 and contacted her then, but I didn't have a job and the financial means to take up lessons. But I
Yep.
moved back 6 months later with Countess Sinatra, and I was like, "Let's go. We'll go to the Burlesque Academy in Malta and like see how we get on." I knew I wanted to do "I Was Made for Loving You" always as my debut track,
Yep.
and I got to do it here in November of 2022 for the first
Amazing.
time. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
my
so
like
good.
origin story.
I love it. I love that you, even though everything got put on hold for a while and you also moved, you were like, no, this is for me. I'm fucking doing it. I will find a way to
Absolutely.
do it.
It was, I don't know, I'd say you feel the same way that like it's a place when you're performing that like you're not anybody's like daughter or you're not anybody's employee or partner. You're just you giving it socks. And I don't feel like I'm playing a character. I feel like I'm just a more like exaggerated version of myself. Ondine asked us this before in a class, and it was super interesting. Like, do you feel like you're playing a persona or you are yourself?
I love asking people that as well, like in these. So I love that you've already answered it, but like, yeah, I find it interesting if people saying persona. I think I'm exaggerated parts of myself on
Yes,
stage. And then all the stuff like the anxiety and all that nonsense gets left behind.
of course. Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
Do you
No,
feel
I get
nervous before you go on, or how is your feeling backstage?
I think it depends on the show. And it depends on the acts. Like if I'm doing my local gig, I'm usually pretty chill because it's like a gay bar. It's very like it's a small stage. It's a
Yeah,
very
home.
like relaxed environment. But if I'm doing like say a festival, I'm backstage going fuck, fuck, fuck,
Yeah,
fuck.
I do. I get you completely. Like, it could be hard to like get yourself into the mentality. You're like, I got this. It's just another normal show. Like when it's like a high pressure one like that. Like I don't. It took me quite a while to get comfortable with the festival like environment because like I'm not very competitive and
Mm.
I've never won at sports or anything. I've only won like a joint rolling competition in my life.
I
Yeah,
applaud
can
that.
you take
Applaud.
it? It's a cross joint. I want a golden grinder. It's like sitting off screen.
I
They're
love
gone.
it. Oh my God, that's so good.
And I was like, will I slip this into the burlesque bio? Be like, she's an award-winning roller.
Yeah, yeah. Totally counts.
Yeah,
Totally
I
counts.
think so. So, yeah.
So you said you knew what your first song was going to be. You were like, this is it. Like,
Yes.
what is your creative process like then? Does it normally start with a song?
I think that like I take a lot of inspiration from like music and film influence. Like I
Nice.
picked the name Stevie Storm because of Stevie Nicks. And like
Mm,
she's just like an absolute like inspiration and icon to me. And I'm loving right now, like my latest act is two Joe and Jet songs together. So I'm really trying to like concentrate on the music makes me feel a certain way, that
yeah,
make me feel good. I'll be having the most amount of fun and hopefully other people will like leak off that then.
yeah,
Sometimes it varies each act. Like sometimes it's the music first or a color or the costume. I've been like preparing this costume for like almost 2 years now
mm,
and I still don't have the song chosen because I want to. A lot of my acts are quite like high energy, like kick a door off its hinges, like a thunderstorm of a person. And I want to challenge myself and like slow down and like strip it back and try and like not make myself something I'm not, but challenge myself to do the opposite of what I normally do. Because I don't
yeah,
want to be a one trick rock pony.
yeah.
And that will be my next like level up for myself that I know I'm like learning. But with my debut act, it's I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss. I
Hmm.
found a video from when I was still doing the lessons in Limerick, and I'd say maybe half of the moves that I did there, I still do now. So
Oh,
like
nice.
it already it felt like it does then, like now.
Yeah.
And I watch back the video quite often of me doing it the first time on stage. And now the act has been in like Belfast Burlesque Festival and I can't remember where else I've taken it. But yeah, all over and
Yeah.
been loved by so many people. Like to hear people like scream singing along or like getting a bit feral in the audience, like the best feeling in the world. I never imagined that when I took the lessons, I'd be where I am now with it.
Yeah.
So the creative process, sometimes I get an idea that needs to happen now in the middle of one that has been brewing. So I just have learned to roll with it and try to focus on creation instead of perfection and
Yeah.
take the pressure off yourself because I think we're always our harshest, our own like worst enemy. And
Oh,
you like, and when you start something, you're like, this looks like crap. It's utter shite. And it's only when it's coming to like the very last round says you're like, she is a beauty. Like,
yes. Yeah,
and
that's how it works. Yeah.
I think so. It still doesn't get any easier, and you do not think about it each and every time.
Every time there's a point in creating an act where you're like, well, I fucking hate this.
Yeah, looks like
And
crap.
yeah, this is awful. It's the worst thing I've ever made. I never want to put it on stage. I give up.
I don't know if you've done many acts that you've done it a couple of times and then stopped doing it. I have one act that I did that with. And I don't feel guilty for stopping it. And I got to use some costume pieces in a later act. So it was never to waste, but it wasn't the right fit as well.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a couple that I've done that with. That I've done and I've tried and I've maybe taken it out and I've been like, this is fun, but it doesn't feel quite right. Doesn't feel like
Yeah,
me. Um, and then I've just kind of put it away. And same as you, like we use the costume pieces for later. But I think that's part of the process, right? It's working out
yeah.
what's you. And on that,
It's
then like
good to
how,
recycle.
yeah, like you've kind of said you're the rock chick. Like how would you sort of describe your burlesque then? Is that
I think that like when I fill out like for applications or castings, I write like neo-burlesque is probably the main category I would fit into,
yeah.
but that I'm like an Irish queer burlesque like rock star, and I think that like the style is always like it's a high level of like audience interaction, kick-ass like energy. It changes each place and each time I do
Mm.
something. There's core moves that stay the same. Some bits are improv and it just feels right in the moment. And then I
Yeah.
watch back videos. I'm like, what the hell? You've never done this before and you'll never do it again.
Yep.
But it like thankfully many, many audiences like more often than not have been super supportive and like screaming or getting like a bit crazy. So I think that like I'm electric and a bit of like rock and roll energy with like hints of like pin-up glamour. And I'm trying to like pay a bit more pay a bit more attention and pay a bit more thanks to like our past like glamorous side because I struggle to get in with like the girly girliness and get like say for example beautiful curtain call dresses. I struggle to like get in touch with that like feminine and like beautiful side of burlesque. I
Yeah.
love the entertainment. It's so
Mm.
like I'm in it to feel that like energy of the audience and to sometimes like take off a costume a way that you've never taken it off before, that
Yeah.
it feels right to like, I don't know, put your glove in somebody's mouth and be like, oh my God, it's like they're about to eat me. Or like just act the bollocks and act the fucker and like
Yeah.
to learn something to learn to relax more up there. It should be the place you feel the freest. And I
Hmm.
definitely try to like just have as much fun as possible up there and hopefully someone feels the same in the audience, no matter how like big or small, like
I think if you're having fun, people have fun with you.
definitely. I think it's not about you being the best costume or the best like classically trained. It's about you just being you and
Hmm.
taking pride in that and just getting a little loose goosey, like have some fun, take up space and be just the way you are, like just beautiful. Doesn't have to be the conventional norms or like of burlesque, classical or beauty standards. Like you can
Yeah.
just rock up and do your thing and be not everybody's cup of tea, but the right people's cup of coffee.
Yes. I'm a coffee gal anyway, so that works
Me
for me.
too. Oh, you strike me as one.
Yes. I drink far too much of it.
Me
I
too.
know, I think you're totally right. Like you can't appease everyone and not everyone's style of burlesque is for everyone. Even though you're talking
Mhm.
about getting into the glamorous side, like only do it if you want to. Don't do it because you feel like you
Yeah.
have to.
No, I think I'm like, I feel like I'm doing it for myself to challenge myself out of my
Mm.
comfort zone because that was the reason to get into it in the first place.
Yep.
And I'm obsessed with like the acts that I'm creating and trying to improve. But I also want to like take myself to the next level,
Yep.
try to like slow it right down and focus on like one part of the body moving like hand against hip rather than like exploding around the stage
Yeah.
and burning up a storm with like that thundering moment. Like
Yeah.
lots of floor work and bruised knees. Like I would love the feeling of the audience being like mesmerized
Mm.
because that's something I haven't. I've got them like ready to go and they're
Yeah.
like football hooligans, but I haven't got them to be like like that kind of like gaspy silence. That would
Hmm.
be really fun to try and do. It would be a good challenge. Maybe I won't want to, but I think the costume pieces I have, they're light up ISIS wings
Yes.
and you have to move really slow. you have to like take up the space and
Yeah.
have the like calmness and
Mhm.
centeredness. So I think it'll be really fun. Hopefully it
Um,
works out and I find a song. If you have any recommendations, send them on.
I'm so excited to see this already.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
have to keep.
Me
I'm gonna.
too, me too. I keep doing photo shoots of it and not shipping it out. So I need to pull the finger out and get a bit of work done on like
I
deciding
get
what
it.
it should be. Yeah.
I get it. Like if you've heard me on here before, everyone knows I've got a full costume that's been sitting there for at least 2 years. And well, it's about a year and a half now. And do I have a song for it? No. Do I have a plan for it? No. Is it a gorgeous costume that cost me far too much money?
Stay so. Hell yeah. I'm right there with you, and that makes me feel better to hear. So thank you.
Oh
And
God,
we got
yeah.
this. When it's right, it's right. Like, and
It'll
you,
happen.
and
It'll be
I
fine.
bet you've got inspiration for other ones in between, and they have come first. It's Joan Jett in a nutshell.
Yep. Debuted a new act last year.
How
Just
did it go?
ignored the full other costume that I had.
Tunnel vision. It's not there if I don't think about it.
Definitely not. I'm definitely not, rhinestoning and remaking something right now.
No,
That's
she's
not
a
happening.
beauty. Well done, well done. Love
No,
the
yeah, for
color.
an act that already exists, I was like, I'm gonna remake the whole set.
Look, if you've got to like roll with whatever creativity sits right in the gut, because if it's time, it's time, and like we have to not feel guilty because at least you're creating and you're still like improving. You could be sitting stagnant to be like, I only have these acts and that's it. Don't need any more.
Yeah, and at least if you've at least if you're growing with the acts that you've currently got or something, yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
fair. Speaking of things like that then, so what are some of the favorite acts that you've ever seen?
Think who like initially like strikes a chord, like Aaron Mars, and also your good friend IS STEVIE.
Of course.
I have to give credit to like my rock and roll icons.
Hmm.
They're the people that like when I've seen them live and I've chatted to them, they made me feel like my style has a place and
Hmm.
that it's okay to not be the most like to not have the most expensive costumes or not be like what everybody wants. It's okay to be the entertainer and be just the way you are because you can still be memorable and you can still be iconic just the way you are. Yeah, they
100%.
like it changed the game. I love like Aaron's act that I think it's an AC/DC song where he has the devil horns.
Hmm.
Back in, it's not Back in Black. I can't remember which AC/DC song, but seeing that live just blew my mind. I was like, fuck yeah, I want to be like this. And Aya's Thunderstruck.
Yep.
But then also on the more classical side of things, like Aurora Divine, I'm a massive advocate for. I
Yep.
love the fact that she's got the Nasty Boys Saloon. I'm a big supporter for my Irish gals.
Yeah.
And then like meeting and getting to take a class and watch Gina Sterling at like Heart
Mm-hmm.
of Ireland and the Maltese Burlesque Festival. She's obviously like one of the best in the business. So, like, I've
Hmm.
never got the opportunity to see Ivana De Loon, but she really inspires me. And Betty Bombshell, like they're those two with I'm gonna say it wrong, but Manu, the
Yeah.
person you were speaking of, they're like people that I really admire for like different things. It could be the humor with Betty with the two like the dolls that she makes scissors, but then with
Yeah.
like Manu's stage presence when he does the Killer Queen act, like every time I see it online, I write to him and I'm like, it's on my bucket list to see this live. Like I need to see it. That's the closest I'm gonna get to Freddie Mercury. Like I want to be like David Bowie in the way he can channel Freddie. Like
Hmm.
they're just like there's so much inspiration in the burlesque scene right now. Like
Yeah. There's amazing burlesque coming from everywhere, and it's
100%.
so much fun to see. I love seeing what other people's brains come up with.
That's it. It can be like my first burlesque teacher told me burlesque can be anything you want it to be in the fucking world.
Yep.
And it's something I've ran with. Like I don't know if you've seen like I think Callum Bradshaw is his name.
I've
His
had Callum on
Mr.
here.
Bean
Yeah.
act.
Yes.
I saw it win the Belfast Burlesque Festival, and it's one of the best things I've ever seen. Like I just that can appeal. It can appeal to so many people, and like the burlesque is not about the like sexualization of the nudity. It's about like the empowerment and the like the courage that it takes to like give it your all and just have fun. Like
Oh, 100%. Like you need to be having fun. You've kind of touched on the fact that you've performed around, um, around the place. So what have you sort of learned from some of your experiences from traveling with burlesque?
I think that like you can. It's hard to give yourself the confidence to realize you belong in the room a
Mm.
little bit.
Hmm.
I found it with like festivals, the first couple of times I've done it, like you're looking at people backstage and I found myself intimidated. I was like, what the hell am I doing here? How did I end up in this room? And like I still had great fun, but I didn't do myself justice on stage because I kind of talked myself out mentally
Yep.
backstage. And it's just absolute inner psyche. Like nobody made you feel like you don't belong there. But I think as time has gone on and I've done more international gigs, I felt more and more like comfortable with just having fun. I
Yeah.
think I'm more comfortable when it's not a competition like a festival. For example, in Italy, in the amazing Flamingo Cabaret in Turin in January, I didn't know it was competition until we were all on stage, like facing behind. And like I don't speak Italian, so I didn't know what was going on. Like, and we all had to turn around, and everyone was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And there was like a first second, a first place, and I was like, I didn't even know it was a competition. I thought it was open showcase was just like a variety show or like a
Yeah.
cabaret, and no. But I'm glad I didn't know because I had way more fun not knowing it was a competition. It doesn't scare me as much now, but I never expect to like place or win in these things. I'm always just absolutely honored to be taking part. I prefer when it's just a normal show or like a variety or like Cabaret Lab was really, really fun in Brighton.
Mm. Yeah.
Getting to do Electric Picnic in Ireland last year was absolutely it brings me to like well up with tears thinking about it. I cried the whole weekend. Like before, after the performance. Unfortunately, I was on the same time as Chapel Roan. So like everybody, like out of my
Oh
80,000 people were at
no.
Chapel Roan. Like it was super quiet audience.
Oh
But the
no.
two of my friends were still there and it
Oh,
meant the
that's
world that they've seen me before taking lessons and then they get to see me in my element. So
yep.
I think it teaches you a lot of confidence in yourself. It teaches you like that you belong in the room, the more
Hmm.
shows that you do, not even internationally, but locally.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to like give yourself those memories to look back on when you're 80 years old and your 10-year-old self can be proud of.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with that. I think I feel like you've answered this question as we've went along, to be honest, but I'll ask it anyway in case you get tired. But like, what has burlesque taught you about yourself?
I think hang on now. Let me see. Did I have any notes wrote down for that? About myself. Okay. To like not only like myself, but to learn to love myself.
Mm.
Just the way I am, to not have to like be thinner or be more feminine, to just accept yourself just the way you are, at the age you are, at the body shape and size you are, and to own it, like to just do yourself proud and have fun. It's like it's taught me that I'm okay to pick a rock song and get up there and give it welly and pretend like I'm at home in the kitchen with my mom dancing.
Yeah.
That's all right. You don't have to be a classically trained dancer. You don't have to be a the classical looking burlesque. We can just have fun and brew up a storm just who you are, and that can be perfectly enough and more than enough. Like, yeah, it's just made me feel like, at the end of The Grinch, when his heart grows like 100 times bigger, like I get
Yes.
that rush on stage, or like even backstage, I'm just pure emotional. I'm like, oh my God, thanks so much for having me. I can't play it cool and suave. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I have to keep my makeup on. My whole heart is in it. And like, it's never for like, money or like competition recognition. It just like lights my soul on fire and gives me this newfound like I don't know place that you can be your like crazy extravagant dream self.
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose like on the more negative side, I suppose, like what has been the hardest lesson to learn in the burlesque world?
I think probably realizing that like that you don't have to fit into everybody's molds, that like you're not going to get like you're not going to be maybe the person that like gets every festival or
Yep,
like places in festivals, but it doesn't mean that you're not like what you have to give isn't enough.
yep,
Even if you take a different path to get like it's not success for other people, but to like I don't know, to have experiences that like make you feel proud of yourself. They don't have to be the route that other people take
yeah,
for it to be okay. Like, and you don't have to be like, you don't have to be everybody's cup of tea, but the right people's cup of coffee. Like, it
yeah,
just like, it's been a journey to like feel comfortable with like being in those rooms with like people that are just like absolute like glamour queens and like
yeah,
the costumes are immaculate and even they're like how they carry themselves or like how organized they are, it's okay. Like what you have still has like strength and power behind it, and you could be inspiring other people just the way you are. Like it's still enough. And I think like that's it's been the hardest, but it's been like slowly it leaks in. You still have days where like you see like pictures of yourself after a show, like performing, that you're like, oh my God, I look absolutely mental or demented. But you know that the audience had fun. And the
yep.
video clips you've been like softer with yourself with. Like it's still you still get this inner voice that tells you you're not good enough and you're not right for this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
as time goes on, like the experience and the gigs and the audiences and your peers and the people backstage with you that like believe in you and back you and build you up, like they all help you like believe in yourself that bit more. So I think that that's been like the hardest but the most rewarding to like slowly be learning more.
Yeah, no, it sounds it. I think that like social media's got a lot to answer for in terms of how we all it's comparing, right? Like, oh, that
Yeah,
person, like, everyone's winning awards or everyone's getting into these festivals and I'm not,
that's
like,
it.
what's wrong? And
Yeah,
I think it does take a long time to realize that, like, just because you're not getting into things right now doesn't mean you won't eventually. And
that's it.
also, if you
Like
never do, that's
it's all
okay.
right. It doesn't mean you're not good at what you do, like, and like you've got, I think it's really important to look back at the gigs you have got and not in a self-critical way, but in a way that like, could you have imagined this 10 years ago or when you were like 10 years old, you know?
Yep.
It hit me like massively going to Italy to perform. I'd never been to Turin. I didn't know what part it was in Italy, and I saw Prima Donna collection, this old shoe shop that was my very first job that I'd never seen one outside of Ireland, and this was in Italy where it was from. And I just burst into tears on the street. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm looking at like my first job and I'm in Italy to dance burlesque. Like the
Yeah.
person that like who was back then would never ever believe it. Like that you're this person and you're you have this opportunity and this life. So yeah, it's really important to try and soak in the moment. And I think we all suffer with imposter syndrome and been like way too hard on ourselves. Like so
Hmm.
it's our duty to be building ourselves up and our like our queens and kings around us. So like
Yes, yes, we
Fan,
love
fan,
that.
fan.
Yeah.
Clack, clack.
Speaking of looking at the amazing moments you've done so far, so like, what for you are some of like your career highlights?
I think definitely Electric Picnic in Ireland,
Yep.
and I'm super, super grateful to say I was asked back again for this year. Thank
Congratulations.
you very much. I have to make an Instagram post about it, but you know. Um that was absolutely insane. Like Jellyfish and the Electric Sideshow, like Sarah that had like organized backstage, they were absolutely immaculate. I got to perform on the Friday and I did a walk around after my performance for 3 hours and the same on the Saturday. And I just had to like wear gloves and dress up like funky. I wore like half of my yellow costume with a black tutu, comfortable boots, no heels, and I just had to create a vibe and like
Yeah.
just swing around the gloves, like put them down at the ankle. I did kind of 5 moves over and over again. Had fun with some like hula hoopers and stilt walkers, and like I'd give them gloves, they'd give me a hula hoop, and it was just so much like fun. I never ever imagined getting the opportunity to go to that festival. Like it sells out in like 20 minutes. And
Jesus.
the second day I was performing, Sarah saw me and she was like, booked for next year. And I was like standing there, I was like, wait, no, Sarah, are you kidding me? And she's like, I said booked. And like I rang my dad straight away and I was like, here dad, I'm after getting EP again. Like and I burst into tears. Then rang my best friend that was there with me and he was crying all day. So it just like that was a mind blowing one. My family were blown away at the fact that I had that opportunity. I couldn't believe it. And Jerry asked me after my like second day walking around, would I want to get up on top of the bar and perform? That there was space for 3 people. So it
Yeah.
looked like kind of a cart from I guess a circus. And there was a
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah.
bar in one side and a DJ playing on the next side. And we
Hmm.
walked upstairs and I was just on the rooftop part of it. There was just a load of people down and I'm just like swinging these pink gloves around like a lunatic. There's someone like a gay unicorn with 2 pride flags like been all floaty and wavy and then another drag queen one side of me and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Let's go. It
That
was
sounds
just
amazing.
magic. I think that with like the Belfast Burlesque Festival, that felt like
Mm.
coming home, getting to like be a part of like a festival that I knew like several performers and wanted like you want everybody to win. Like
Yeah.
I don't even want to be winning myself. I'm like, get it, gal, like go clean up. Like, the different shows give you like a different just sense of pride and just joy. Like I think most recently performing in Amsterdam at FreakOut Burlesque's 18th anniversary show, that was something extraordinary. It was this like 2-story bar. The fact that it's 18 years on the go and it was Undine's, my teacher in Malta's first ever international show
Oh,
years ago.
amazing.
And now she was back in this show with me.
Mm.
So we were backstage, and I'm like, we're performing internationally. Like I met you in Malta, and now we're doing this, and that was just it meant the show meant something different to everybody that was performing. It was somebody's first international show, Popina Powder Room, I think her Instagram name is.
Yes.
She's phenomenal, like, and absolutely incredible energy and person backstage. Like we were I was just so excited to meet the people that were taking part in something so special. Like every show I get to do means the world, but like those ones just like they change your life. They're like you wish you could record everything mentally and take like a big mental
Yeah.
snapshot of it all because it doesn't feel real the minute it's over and the glitter crash period.
Oh yeah. That's always the painful part in it when you come back and you're like, oh, was that real? Maybe?
Normal life. And I
Hmm.
have to like flow back into the yeah.
Well, other than the festival again, which is amazing, do you have any other exciting things on the horizon that you can tell us?
At the moment, I am delighted to say I've been selected for the Irish Burlesque Awards.
Oh,
That'll be in
congrats.
July. Thank you very, very much. I'm super, super excited. Like that's a true honor, and I'm doing my Purple Kiss act, the I Was Made for Loving You one, and it was one of the like applications that I put the most heart into. Like I try to
Mm,
not use much like ChatGPT and AI. Sometimes I do for like getting things to sound fancier, but this was one I remember taking the time to like write from the heart that like this act meant so much. Like thinking back to performing it in Ireland
yeah.
to where it's like been. So it's one I'm really excited for, and a couple of my like friends that I met at other festivals are gonna be performing at it. So it's just
Amazing.
like coming home to like see the fam, see the girlies, support them. Like I can't wait for the content. There's backstage madness.
That
Um,
sounds like so much fun.
I hope it will. I know it will be great. I don't need to hope. And there's the Electric Picnic coming up in August. I'm the most immediate show next Thursday. I'm hosting for the second time in
Oh,
Cactus, this gay bar in Malta, with a show produced by Two Black Cats Comedy. And yeah, super excited. I think I'll do two performances, maybe Purple Kiss and my Joan Jett, like, Do You Want to Rock and Roll one, and do some hosting. Yeah.
that sounds. You're saying this is your second time hosting as well?
My second time hosting, yeah. I
Do
did
you
it
like
for the first
hosting?
time. I loved it, loved it. I don't
Yeah.
know how I wiggled my way in yet again. Like just pure chancing and dancing, sliding into the DMs. There's this wonderful, wonderful drag bar called Serena in Malta. My girlfriend is the manager. Chucky Bardot is the resident drag artist. And he asked me, would I like to host December last year? It was the day before my girlfriend's birthday. So
Cute.
I got to do three acts and host with Kiki Valentine, this incredible drag artist from Malta. And it was one of the best shows. I think it was the tightest I've performed. I
Mm.
was very, very nervous before I stepped on stage. I was really shaky. I tried to like take a deep breath and be like, Stevie Storm, you got this. And yeah, people in the audience chanted like Stevie, Stevie for like the first time ever. It felt like, yeah, I was in a football stadium.
No, that sounds so good. Well, that'll be fun. Right, I've got some quick fire questions for you.
Yes, let's go.
Tassels or gloves?
Castles.
Slow tease or dramatic rip-off?
Dramatic group.
And a brunch show or a midnight show?
Midnight show always.
See, part of me hates a brunch show audience, but I can be done in my bed.
Able to chill. I get you. I get you. See, like I feel like I could be a bit too raunchy and get a bit too wild, so I'd be more suited to like the midnight because like there'd be a lot of ass spanking and like banging on the door if I can, like just this.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. I do like a
brunch isn't
midnight
quite an
show.
early. There could be older people at a brunch that are like,
That's why I'm like brunch audience. But I could be at home with my makeup off by like 5 p.m.
so fair, so fair. Unfortunately, I'm so used to like starting shows. You getting your makeup on at like your shower and the big shave is at 5 p.m. and like
Yeah.
uploading your content list on Instagram. And
Yep.
then the show is kicking off at 9, but you got to be there like half 7, 8. It's okay if you're there at like half 8, but it's not ideal. Like,
Yep. Yeah. That sounds about right. And then you're like, ah. I remember being, this is a total sidetracked. It was Alps Burlesque Festival this weekend, and I went last year, and it's quite a late finishing show. It was like back at 11, maybe 12. Hell yeah, it was like half 11 last year. I think it finished. And the show started at 8, so it was like quite a long show. And I
yeah,
was quite near the end, I think.
you'd be wrecked tired
I
backstage.
was so
Like
fucking
the
tired, mate.
build up, like at least if you're in the first, or like I think middle is like the ideal place to go. Like
Mate, I love
middle or
opening a
start.
show. I love open. See, folk are like, I hate open. I fucking love it because do you know what? I can then go
Out of the
and sit
way.
and
It's
watch
done.
everyone else.
Yeah, I hate it. Like if I'm normally like I could be at the beginning to like get the audience going, get people pumped. Or if I'm in the middle, it's annoying because like I love shooting the content. I do that for a living outside.
Mm.
I want to record the girlies.
Yeah.
And then I can't get anyone because like if it's at the beginning or like the last show I did, I couldn't stay there. I had to catch the last ferry home. So I
Yeah.
ran on stage, did the boogie, got to see only the person before me, no one after me, and was like, bye, skedaddle. Like,
Yep.
and it's not what I love. Like I want to be, I'm there, I'm the last one going. You have to kick me out of the bar like after. So I want to be there to like the very end. Like
I'm like, oh, I'm done. Cool. Bye, guys.
Irish goodbye.
Oh, every time. Every time. Um, so this has been fun. Where can all our lovely listeners and watchers follow you and see all your escapades this summer?
Everybody can follow me on Instagram at Stevie Storm Burlesque. And I do have a YouTube as well, if anybody does follow under the same handle. I've uploaded way too many videos there that are not suitable for kids. So if you do want to go and support, like that's where you'll get like full performances and but most of my action and backstage antics and stupid stupid humor is on my stories. You'll catch my reels and like upcoming gigs on my feed on Instagram and let's connect with me. Drop me a DM if you liked anything in the interview or anybody can relate to this madness.
I'm sure so many people will be able to relate to this, right? So many. This has been lovely to chat to you. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you so
on.
much for having me. You're an absolute rock star, and like hopefully we get to like cross paths, like either somewhere in England or like just call over. I'm gonna try and get a gig arranged and make something like we need a rock and roll night, the two of us. Like I had blue
I would.
hair for too many years, not for us to like make some magic.
It has to. It has to happen.
Yeah,
I've now got to the point
definitely.
where you know how hard it is to get rid of blue hair, so I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm committed. It's done.
this is you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. And now you're also known for it, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm
You
just
can at least you can like stray in with like a strip of purple, a strip of pink to like you can mix it up, but you don't need to like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Dina. Like leave her be. The
just leave
blue
it.
is fabulous.
Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you go, but thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for
Thank you
coming.
so much for having me. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.